So set for game 2 in Pool A for the under-19s. New South Wales City and Western Australia. New South Wales City convincing winners in their opening game yesterday. 36-0 over Victoria, while Western Australia 32-6. They went down to the Queensland Sapphires. City going to this one as favourites, but as we saw in the last game, it's not a given. Victoria making the Sapphires work very hard for their win. Western Australia, I'm sure, will do the same here. For this one, we move to Pool B. Our defending under-19 champions, the Queensland Rubies, play Northern Territory, and then New South Wales Country to take on South Australia to close out day 2, which has been action-packed. It's been highly entertaining. The game's coming thick and fast, and another underway. New South Wales City will get first touch of it. Lutu fumbling it off the kickoff, thankfully backwards. For those unfamiliar, yellow and black is Western Australia, the yellow and blue New South Wales City as they run it forward. Charrington at dummy half, watch for her to go on some charging runs and some tiring defence as Jackson goes on a run of her own to halfway. Charrington turns it inboard. Already finding some openings are City. Amiatu has them out over the 40. Look up for this one, do City. Charrington. Kennard plays first receiver. Now Wilson helps it on. Soliola will play it. Last tackle now. Charrington stays short side. Kick coming now from Wilson. Nice take though from WA. Dunivati to play it. And there's a penalty. It'll go to New South Wales City, so pushing the markers away. So a full set this close to the line. Massive test for WA in the opening moments. Amiatu, she'll get to the line. Has she got that down? Centimetres away. Charrington, thought she might go on her own, but they will score here. Can they? Kennard, has she got that down or have they held her up? No, she's still short. WA keeping them out. Third chance at it. Charrington, can she stretch out? Still they fight. Defence doing an amazing job to this point. Lutsu, they're a little stretched out right though. Sienna Williams. Now bending. WA muscling up and getting the troops there. Cass, try scorer yesterday. Into dummy half this time. Charrington. They've got them stretched wide. If they put it through the hands, oh, it's spilt now. And WA get away with it. Tremendous defensive work. So close to the line. They're their own worst enemy. They've knocked it on again. And they've got another set to contend with. So back-to-back sets on their own line. In fact, it's going to be WA who retain possession. So some reward for some heroic defending early in this one. Certainly put to the test early. So City haven't taken the chance presented early. WA will fight out from their own end once more. It's a strong carry. It's a knock on though this time. Looking to offload on the first tackle was Famasili Fala. They hand a full set back to City. 10 out from the line, so more defence to come. Taxing toll on the Murley. been a heavy workload in these first 4 minutes already for WA. Lutu will feed it. Cherrington at the base. Wilson. Numbers out wide. Williams off the right boot. Leo fighting for the corner. Eventually brought down. 5 out from the line. Tohu Hiku into dummy half. We saw her chime in to provide some assists in that convincing win yesterday. Wilson shows it. In ball to Kennard. Can't fault this defence from WA to now. Resolute to this point. Latu. Sweeping move. Numbers forming here. They will score. Sienna Williams. Finally, the back-to-back sets pay dividend. And Sienna Williams, on the back of the sweep play, finds her way to the opening try. And New South Wales City finally get some reward after the early errors from WA. So close to their line, and it was Latu. Williams sweeping around the back, just sold the dummy, and 2-on-1. Running out of numbers in the end. Sienna Williams out of the North Sydney Bears. Tasha Gale Cup, inaugural captain for them. MVP last year for the Bears. And a fun fact, an ATAR score of 99.15. So the rugby league career doesn't go to plan. There's plenty to fall back on there. She finds her name on the score sheet already with a fine try. So it's going to be Cherrington to look to convert. Can she get this one to bend back around? It always stays left, so it will remain 4-0. Another look at that try. And now we're just stretched. And try as she might. Now Kira Dane was 3-on-1 at the end there. So the tap off has WA on the attack again, and defence muscling up for City. Cherrington and Amiyatu, the two in the tackle. So much defence early, a chance to see them with ball in hand. Leddington. Here's Carney, scored probably the try of yesterday where she beat 5 of them. It's the only try they managed against the Sapphires, but it certainly caught the eye. Leddington again. Wood to dummy half. Sent it out to the right. Tirahui. Last tackle now. Is there an end result to this set? Tirahui puts it high in the air. Too much on that one though, and caught easily at the back by City. Off and running again. Williams, our try scorer. Tried to restart us a little too quickly. Tohu Hiku. So we're playing a different role today out there in the centres for City. We do see that throughout this tournament. Obviously, injuries taking their toll and the need for versatility. So the Sapphires continuing with that in their last game. So chance to work on combinations and continuity. Cherrington, a fine run from her. Has City to the 40-metre line. The marker's getting a little sloppy and the meat is coming a little more easy now for City. They'll get a penalty. It was a high tackle on Chloe Jackson. Sherrington sets Kennard off and running, and she gets to the 10-metre line. They are swarming for more points. Sherrington looks right, but spins it left. Amiatu try to play ball play. She may even get to the try line. She stayed down after it. Tyler Amiatu, has she just maybe copped a stray limb as she fell? So she's getting some assistance from trainers. We'll look at the program to come this afternoon. And following this one, we go to Pool B action. The Queensland Rubies against the Northern Territory. They are the defending champions, of course, the Rubies. And then New South Wales Country take on South Australia to complete the day's action. It has absolutely flown by to this point. And some of the games we have seen, the nil or draw between the Gems and Western Australia, no points in the game, but certainly was exciting. And Gems could have stolen it late with a field goal attempt. And New South Wales Country and Victoria also turning on a cracking game. Northern Territory, though, story of the day, their win over Victoria. Their first of the tournament, their first points as well, after being held scoreless in both games yesterday. Quite the upset. Very much deserving for them. So Amiatu continuing to get treatment, so both teams having a chance to just catch their breath, talk things over. WA certainly been worked hard in these first 10 minutes in the first half. To their credit, they've kept them out. Repeat sets. Let's look at the try that has City in the lead. It was Sienna Williams who scored it. They just ran out of troops as they tried to slide. 3-on-1. And the numbers are always going to win out. Williams diving over. And we saw the Sapphires. Both they and City did it relatively comfortable yesterday in their victories, but not the case today. Victoria made the Sapphires work extremely hard for the 18-4 win. And Western Australia doing likewise. Looks like an arm injury to Tyler Amiatu, so in the hands of the trainer. So disappointing for her. Remains to be seen what her involvement is for the remainder of the tournament, but hoping it's not a serious injury and she has a chance to return potentially. City still have it, close to the line. Can they find their second try? Wilson finds Tohu Hiku. I'll hold her run. 5 out from the line. Williams to dummy half, already won today. Wilson. Kennard. He's proved hard to stop. Trying to play it quickly. WA all over the play, the ball. Jackson, will she get it down? She will. Got the right arm out and slammed it down. Chloe Jackson. Second try to City, and they edge further ahead over Western Australia. Chloe Jackson gets her reward. They just couldn't get the defensive line right. Jackson off the right, despite the best efforts. Jackson touches down. So an easy attempt awaiting Cherrington. Bit of a wait for the tee to arrive. Into the second phase of these first half, the two 20-minute periods. Reminder of what's to come across the weekend. We've got 9 games tomorrow and some absolute blockbusters forming that will decide the standings in both the Open Women's and the Under-19s Pool A and Pool B, which will determine the finals. First in Pool A will take on first in Pool B, so every game crucial, every point crucial as well, particularly in the Open Women's. That has been some upsets today. We had a draw as well, so plenty to play out in that tomorrow morning. Cherrington, has she cooked this one? She has sent it to the left, so unconverted. Chance to look at that try again from Chloe Jackson. So WA tap us off again. So can WA impact the scoreboard before we go to half-time? They've had some promising moments close to City's line, but largely camped down doing defensive work. And they knock it on here. So it's the defensive City that finds reward. So City with it. They go on a short side play. Tohu Hiku from the base of the scrum. Leo try scorer yesterday. She can move. Has them out over halfway. Cherrington. They go blindside again. This time Soliola, another who found a try in their opening game. Wilson, they're really starting to roll forward now, City. Starting to tire as we close out this first half. Western Australia had to do a mountain of defensive work. Soliola again getting involved. They've got them short here. Tohu Hiku should score. She'll run around and improve the angle. And City have a third try. And Cassie Tohu Hiku extends the lead for City. They went blindside in successive plays. Soliola had a hand in both, and, well, if Tohu Hiku didn't score, Leo would have. And the number one touches down, improved the angle for Cherrington as well. They're starting to flex their muscles now, New South Wales City. Cherrington missed her last attempt. Take her time with this one. Now's that one, no mistake. So City's lead extends to 14 points to 0. Let's have another look at it. And it was Cherrington who, you saw a look at the numbers, saw they were short. And Tohu Hiku in the centres today. Sienna Williams playing in the fullback role, but the number one helps herself to a try. Such is the versatility. Tohu Hiku. Central Coast Roosters in the Harvey Norman Women's Premiership down there in New South Wales. So See her potential. Can Western Australia find points before we head to the break? 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Leddington has showed flashes of her brilliance, as has Cheyenne Carney, who proved so hard to stop. She wants to stay in here. She's done expertly well to do so. Tirahui. They fight their way to the 30. They'll get a penalty too. Just trying to hold down and slow down the play of the ball was Latu. Famal Salifala, proving hard to stop. One of the shining lights named ahead of this tournament. Ones to watch, and Donivati has them inside the 10. And they find some points before the break. And hit back at City. Leddington takes it to the line. Carney. So a try that stole the headlines yesterday for WA. Tirahui goes on her own. Just want to ensure they play it on the spot. City doing defensive work now. Holding out WA. They're as close as they've come throughout this contest. Famasilifala doing the kicking. Leddington. They're out wide here. There's a chance. Carney should score from here. They do get their reward now. Cheyenne Carney touches down. And their first time of asking Western Australia get their result, and Cheyenne Carney, it was her name in lights yesterday for WA after that thrilling try. Right place at the right time, and credit the work of Dane as well, but Carney 2-on-1. Sheer determination gets her there. Well, it's not going to count. Well, Carney was celebrating, as was the rest of Western Australia. Not going to count, though. And City ensuring that they motor up the other end. So 90 seconds remaining in this first half. Can they rub salt into the wound and potentially find another try before the break? Jackson. Still going. Has one. She said it was stripped. There were 3 in the tackle. WA back on the attack. Famal Silifala. So final minute of this first half. We're in Pool A action in the under-19s. New South Wales City and Western Australia. Been a lot closer than 14-0 suggests. Western Australia have had their moments, and, well, they felt they had a try just moments ago. Tirahui to play it. Famasili Fala, yet another touch. Strong charge again. Carney has Leddington, who spins it wide to Donivati. Last tackle now. Final seconds of this first half. Can they find an end result? They deserve something for their effort in this first half. Leddington puts it high. Leo a Tess, but Tess, she passed rather comfortably. Can she spark something before the break? Well, they get a handle of her, and that will do it for an exciting first 20 minutes here in Pool A action. It's New South Wales City in control for large parts of that half. Western Australia made them work for it. Their lead at half-time. It's New South Wales City 14, Western Australia 0. Let's look at the tries. Sienna Williams, the first. Sweep play, fullback coming into the line. 3-on-1. Straight through the hole. Try time. And then Jackson just did it all herself. Stepping off the right and the left. Strength in the end. And finally, it was Tohai Hiku, who playing in the centres today. had the overlap, had Leo outside, but helped herself to a try. So at half-time, 14 points to New South Wales City lead. A break from us. We'll return the second half on the other side of this. Yes, welcome back to Bob Singh Oval, getting prepared for the second half in our second under-19s game here in Pool A between New South Wales City and Western Australia. New South Wales City leading 14 points to 0. Western Australia had a try disallowed just before half-time, and something a lot closer than the 14-point margin suggests. But Soliola has us back underway, and Western Australia will have first use at it. Maple Allen charges forward for WA. Leddington showed her class in that first half, trying to spark Western Australia to some points. Luck going against them at times, but they're up against a side who highly fancied in this Pool A. New South Wales City. Tananet Fata dummy half. Carney. Really impressed for WA. Plays it quickly too. Send it high in the air with Terahui. About to bounce by Cass. In the end got away with it. Third time of asking, but has City working their way out from their own end. Duckett plays it. Composed start to this second half, just wanting to complete their set. Leo, the winger, coming off her edge and helping out, and there's some open space ahead for Rosemary Beckett. Support coming. Managed to get it clear to Kennard. They're still there, City. WA trying to scramble, and they're cued out to the right, but that's forward. Well, they had 4 or 5 waiting in the wings on the right. They just couldn't get it to them. And Western Australia survived that scare. But Patessa Leo, great work to come in off her wing and help out. A handful of times across this tournament, she has just broken through the line, given her pace. It's WA though, who again start a set, penned in their own end. Terahui finds Carney. Expansive, 20 out from their line. Strong tackle from Jackson though, in response. 1-on-1 at marker. Falmasili Fala led the pack well today for WA. Leddington turns it inboard. Muscling up this City defence. Last tackle now. Leddington needs a kind bounce. Just throws it on the boot. Gets it clear. Straight down the throat of Sienna Williams. She will run it back. Oh, strong tackle. Met 1-on-1 in a crunching tackle. Falmasili Fala it is. Here is Latu. Sienna Williams shaking it off after that strong tackle. Front rower on fullback. Leo starting to get more involved through the middle. Has them 10 out from the line. They're queued up to the left. Beckett crying out for it. Here she is in possession. They have them stretched if they put it through the hands. Soliola. Here's Williams. Crunched moments ago. Beckett trying to get that right arm free. Has Wilson off her right shoulder. Halfback slots into dummy half. Do they go to the short side? Soliola's there, cutting out. Here's Tohu Hiku. Leo should score. They do. New South Wales City have a try, and Patessa Leo been the danger since the start of this second half. She has a try. Scored in their win yesterday. Let's go back to that hit by Mausili Fala. There it is on Sienna Williams. Mattered little though. City cut out Soliola. I thought Tohu Hiku, who already has one today, was going to go on her own, but had the overlap, catch and pass. Leo touches down. City extend the lead, 18 points to 0. So difficult conversion attempt here. Rosemary Beckett, but it's waved away. So remains 18 points to 0. Let's look at that try again. Wilson was aware they were short, and Tohai Hiku unselfishly found it to Patessa Leo, and she touches down. So second try of the tournament for Leo. It's the Queensland Sapphires who are leading on that front, but neck and neck at this point. On top of Pool A between the Sapphires and the City. Points difference would have City in front, but it will be a showdown tomorrow, the way things are shaping up between the Sapphires and City for top spot. Faumasili Fala. Finds Donivati. Oh, the hits keep coming here. Defence has been on song today. Latu it is. Not once, but twice. Certainly willing in the Harvey Norman NRL Women's Championship. Putting the bodies on the line. They will be sore tomorrow. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching. And Western Australia, just lacking communication there on the last, trying to find its way to Leddington and just spilt things. Let's look at that hit again. Latu one-on-one. Bang. Rachel Lowndes in her first year of rugby league, having played soccer before that. Certainly feels very different to soccer, I can attest. Over halfway, City. They want more points. Could prove crucial at the end of this, deciding top spot. Emphatic victory yesterday. Made to work a little harder for this one to now. Rosemary Beckett gets them to the 30. Is that a knock on? It is, in fact, in the play of the ball. Trying to play a little too quickly was Maeva. So Western Australia still searching for points in this one. They've had a try disallowed. They've been held up close to the line a couple of times. They've got 11 minutes to find a way back into this contest. City in command, if not complete control. Faumasili Fala continues her charges forward. She's been impressive. One of the names to watch pre-tournament. She's certainly lived up to that. Carney, another who's shone for Western Australia. Takes 3 to corral her efforts. She's offload after the fact, but referee saying she was held, so we'll come back. Tanonet at dummy half. Last tackle now. Wellington wanting it. Terahui will kick. Test for Cass. Test she passes. Done good work under the high ball today. Running it back at WA, and there's a fractured defensive line. Hasn't found her way onto the try-scoring list today, but Western Australian player down in back play as well. It is Marceli Fala, so she gets back to her feet now. So hopefully A-OK, and put down by Leo. So perhaps some fatigue starting to bite at both ends in what has been a pretty physical game. Marceli Fala getting some treatment. You're just tuning in. New South Wales City in control here. 18 points to 0. Second game of Pool A in the under-19s from the Harvey Norman NRL Women's Championship. We have another 2 games to come after this to complete day 2. Queensland Rubies in the Northern Territory will follow, and then New South Wales Country and South Australia to finish out the day's games. 9 in total today, another 9 tomorrow, and then Sunday, our all-important finals. You know, cancel your Saturday plans if you have any. Find the couch, find NRL.com, and we'll bring it all to you. Or if you're around the southeast Queensland area, make sure you head down to Pizzey Park and see it all free of charge. There is a strong crowd in today in what is perfect conditions for an afternoon of rugby league. Western Australia, they shift it to the right. Flirting with the touchline. Is that a one-on-one steal, though? It is. Rosemary Beckett doing well. Now to Tohai Hiku. Different role for her today. Has a try and laid one on for Seo as well. Leo breaking clear, not for the first time today. Eventually brought down in a good tackle. Too slow. It was a flop as she tried to play it quickly. April Allen did her job, though, one-on-one on Leo. Here's Kennard. Well, Patessa Leo. Well, that's gone wrong for City. So we'll all come unstuck. But just looking at her bio, Patessa Leo, fun fact, loves running straight at big forwards. Well, he's proved hard to stop, whoever she's running at today. We talk about emerging stars of this tournament, players to watch for the future. Certainly one of those. So closing minutes of this one, 7 minutes remaining. New South Wales City wanting more points. They're through again. City's defence not being quite resolute as they went for the one-on-one steal again, but Terahui does well to maintain possession. Sold the dummy. Amasili Fala with it after some good work from Tanonef at a dummy half. It's Edwards. Wellington shouting out the instructions, directing the troops in back play. Tanonet. Wood will play it on the last. Wellington wants it. Sends it high. Another test for Cass, but does it well. Again, she's met in a strong tackle. 3 of them forced to hold her progression. Are there more points in store? As Maddie Binding chimes in, and she'll get a penalty to help the cause as they march upfield. Latu finds touch. Williams, at first receiver, finds Jackson. The two try scorers combining. Wilson, short ball. Is there another try in store for New South Wales City? Their Queensland Sapphires opponents tomorrow watching on. They can send a strong message that they are the team to beat here in Pool A. Soliola, a try yesterday, close to the line. Takes 4 to stop her. Sherrington to dummy half. Jackson already won today. Good defence, though, from Western Australia. They haven't wrapped the ball up. Latu goes to the short side, has support. Binding throws the dummy. She'll score. City had another try. And Maddie Binding will extend the lead out to 22 points to nil. Try as they might, WA just couldn't halt them from finding a fourth. Jackson kept it alive. And Latu saw they were short. And Binding, well, through the dummy, went himself. Cass would have scored untouched either way. City have another try. Well, pleasing for New South Wales City is they haven't conceded points in this game. Yet to concede a try all tournament, in fact. Victoria couldn't find their try line. Northern Territory, should I say Western Australia, were over it. Try was disallowed, though. Closing stages of the first half. Let's see how they found the try to Binding. It's really Jackson and Latu combining. And what's to come in our final two games, we'll shift over to Pool B. The Queensland Rubies will take on the Northern Territory. And then at 3 o'clock, New South Wales Country against South Australia. The Rubies are the defending champions in the under-19s. All Queensland final last year up in Redcliffe. Both New South Wales sides looking to prevent that here. New South Wales City certainly impressing from what we've seen in their two games so far. Made to work in that first half, but second half of this second stanza, it's been largely dominant for City. Can WA blot the copybook and find some points? Falmar Silifala. Tanonev to dummy half. Leddington takes them on. Biddington's hand was in there, so 6 more tackles. Lowndes to play it. Can they finish on a high and find some points? $15 out from the line. Vinny. Pumping the legs. Gets them 10 out. Cute out to the right. Slow play the ball. Terahui takes it to the line. Tanonev. Carney denied earlier. They won't deny her now, and they have reward. Western Australia, they can't take that one off her. And Western Australia get on the board, and that is the first points that New South Wales City have given up this tournament. It was an eye-catching try from Carney yesterday. You can add that to the list. She has her second of the tournament. And they will finish on a high point. So Leddington will look to convert and turn this into 22 points to 6, but despite the win for City, they've been made to work for this victory. Siren about to sound in the background. Final minute of this one. Leddington makes no mistake, so 22 points to 6. Let's look at that try again. And she was denied just before half-time. Carney, not on this occasion. It's been both she and Falmarsili Fala that have impressed in the forward pack. It's a pretty clinical New South Wales City who might have some time. 20 seconds left on the clock. Charrington it into dummy half. A little disappointed they couldn't keep them scoreless, as they did Victoria yesterday. Credit to WA for fighting all the way to the end. Is there a try coming here? Put an exclamation mark on this victory. Senna Williams puts it on the toe. It won't sit up for Tohu Hiku, and that will be that. New South Wales City, they are 2 from 2. 22 points to 6. It ends. They will sit in top spot in that showdown tomorrow. In Pool A, they take on the Queensland Sapphires. You'll see it at 12 p.m. here live on NRL.com. That will determine top spot in Pool A. We have action to come before we get a brief break. When we return, the Queensland Rubies against Northern Territory. First game in Pool B on the other side of this.